Yes, he had to be too, and tonight here he is in Doak Campbell Stadium starting against him.
Yeah, he was the 2021 Nebraska High School Player of the Year. Walters gets hit at the 30 and dragged down. Well short of the marker.
Finally transferred down and helped to turn this program around.
It's Benson trying to get around the edge up near the 25.
240-pounder, big target.
On second down, complete near the 30. Up to the 40 and the leaping Keon Coleman.
All right, Keon, you got the first down. They're going to need you down the stretch here. Take care of that body. They're going to need to hang on to a few turnovers here tonight.
On third and shorts. And North Alabama makes the play on Toafili. Drops him for a loss on third down.
Instead, the linebacker, he just reads it and gets back there and a good job of attacking before Toafili can get his...
Down on the sidelines. Had to punt it away on their first possession of the football game. Lions deep in their own territory. That's just beyond the 10 and going nowhere. Kennebrew had the catch. Couldn't get away.
And his nose on the defensive side.
Coach Dearman's in his first season as the head coach. The pitch, the 15, rocked out of bounds is DeMarcus Lacey, number 1, in purple and gold and white. The last game of the season for North Alabama. Trying to go up the middle. A rugged run from Lacey, the sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama. Very entertaining conversation with him. It had to do with the trick plays. And here they go. Across midfield. Inside the 30. Still going inside the 15. Watch out for these Lions.
The trick plays not just coming offensively, but special teams as well. Perfectly executed, and Evans gets around that edge, and then it's off to the races, not holding anything back.
Not a whole lot on second down. Pull there. That ball was loose for a moment. Yeah, on the exchange right there, James.
Yeah, just the center quarterback exchange. And
here's a big third down play. To the end zone for the Lions. And it's caught for a touchdown. Kennebrew made the catch somehow in the end zone.
Back shoulder. After the fake punt, they bring it down, and on third down, they come up big to the big man, Kennebrew, in the end zone, and the Lions are on top early.
27-20 win a week ago. It's past at the 25, and now up to the 30. Toafili has the grab. An explosive play for North Alabama. This is Walters, the quarterback, up the middle with room to run on the natural grass surface.
He became the first quarterback to run for over 100 yards at UNA against Utah. Just say it isn't so.
It's been tremendous. So much fun. Cummings on the carry for North Alabama.
And just let him go straight ahead. That's what he does right there, and gets a few. Set up a 3rd and 4. Uh-oh, a freebie.
Walters down the sidelines. The one-handed interception attempt.
Not only do you not get the ball, but they get the first down. Holding them off with one hand. And how about the focus?
7-0 with that football just on the Florida State side of the 50. Here's a little wrinkle and some room. Warden on the run. Breaks the tackle. Warden to the 25. And stopped right around the 20. Yards on the play for North Alabama.
Well, one thing you're seeing here is you've got to be sharp mentally, but physically as well. These guys are getting the blocks, and they're getting creative offensively, too. And you take your time in a ball game like this and don't give them so many touches.
Walters throws it back the other way. Looking for some blocks for Moody. Moody's got a first down.
Is on the chase, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers to take him on, and then Moody's
down pass from Noah Walters of 13 yards earlier in the quarter. He's going back to the end zone. Back corner of that end zone, and a touchdown for the Lions. Walters to Evans, a 6-yard
the center, Mitchum, and Clay, just keeping those Noles off of Walters just long enough to let it develop in the back of the end zone. And a great ball out there by the sophomore quarterback. And all that's good in college football and competing and playing their guts out.
So back to the live action. To the ground with Hill. Tate Rodemaker has come in as the backup quarterback.
There you see the numbers on the season for Rodemaker. Not a lot of action. Son of a high school coach.
He'll take off. Get the 40. Just his second rushing attempt of the season. Seeing action in his 8th game this year. That pile moves down to the 30-yard line.
From Lion territory.
Rodemaker dumps it off. Toafili tripped up on his way towards the 20-yard line.
But that was heading to the house, perhaps, if it wasn't for 21 to fight through that block and make a big tackle.
Rodemaker steps up, lets it go, connects at the 11 and inside the 10.
What does it mean to have that honor bestowed upon you?
Oh, man, I'm so grateful, just being here, getting a chance to be around all my teammates who helped me.
2013 national champion team went out to play pro ball.
Second and goal. Appeared to be a broken play there, and Rodemaker gets toppled. Loss on the play. Noles knocking on the door.
Yeah, the leading tackler on this Lion team and against the Florida State Seminoles.
Ryan Fitzgerald, 23 yards away. And he hits it.
There's more where that came from. We've already seen that 65-yard run on a fake punt.
Quarterback keeps it. Fights his way up to about the 44 or so for Noah Walters. Just as nervous as everyone else here. Surprising 13-3 score. Tate Rodemaker hits Coleman. Fights his way up past the 25. 3rd and 9. Pressure from the edge. Ball knocked away. It's on the turf. Scooped up.
Let's see if his arm is going forward at all. Verse can't get him, but Jones sure can. The fumble and the hustle to recovery. We're in the beginning of the second quarter, rather.
Benson angles to the goal line, and he is in for the Seminoles touchdown on a 4-yard run.
And how about that? First play in. Here you see Washington snapping the ball. That'll stand. Shouldn't take too long right there. And, it's not just Washington. There you see one more look at it. The snap and then getting up and pulling Byers as well. It's a very athletic, big, strong, physical, everything out of the cupboard as far as the trick plays go. Here we go again trying to get outside.
Yeah, they flipped it to Warden. So that may be ruled a forward pass up to the 30 on the run by Warden.
COVID of isolation.
Walters stopped in the backfield. Braden Fisk, number 55 for the Noles.
One thing UNA has done a good job of is not having a lot of negative plays here early in this game. That's not the case right here. Braden Fisk.
Trust the process, he's been telling his team for the better part of 4 seasons. Now Rodemaker hits Wilson. Sidesteps a man, gets inside the 45. It might be a little bit short of the marker at the 42.
One of the tougher guys on the team. Here comes the blitz.
It's Toafili. He caught it on the flat. Trying to shake a man and get it off. Broke a tackle. Still going down that sideline.
How about the job Rodemaker? Pressure in his face, and Toafili, coaches will tell you he's as good as any receiver out of the backfield, as you'll see. And not just catch it and draw the flag to save that touchdown.
Left side. At the 5. And stop short of the goal line was Holmes. And deep in Lions territory. They'll go up the middle and into the end zone. Holmes finishes off the drive for Florida State and a touchdown.
Holmes out of Titusville, Florida, started his college days at Penn State. But he comes home, and home sweet home thanks to that offensive line. Look at him just blow those Lion defenders off the spot, and it's an easy roll into the end zone for the Seminoles. And using some good defensive play here as of late and some complimentary football to take their first lead here in this football game. There's a great look at it from the rep cam.
172 yards. Their last three, they're in negative territory right now. That's up close to a first down. That's plenty. That's still going out past the 40 for Moody.
It looked like it was going to be close to if he gets to the first down or not. Good blocking out there on the edge by Whit Mitchum in a 16-yard gain, and a whole lot of it is just Hart and carrying a few Seminole defenders. There's that first down that you were looking for.
He's in a mood right now with his team trailing 17-13. Second and long, approaching 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Walters, that pocket was falling in on him, and he got rid of it past the 50. KJ Fields came up with the catch. Looks like they got it there.
Big tackle and overtime ACC DB of the week.
Quick flip goes nowhere. 35-yard line. David Florence.
Offsides earlier. And he's made up for it since then, though. Been a wrecking ball right there in the middle. Byron Turner was back there in a hurry.
Walters has to improvise. He's got nowhere to go, and he dives forward.
Offsides earlier. And he's made up for it since then, though. Been a wrecking ball right there in the middle. Byron Turner was back there in a hurry. This one to start with, first things first. See what the 2-minute O looks like with Rodemaker.
Rodemaker steps up, hits his man Wilson. Just short of that 35-yard line. Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. They will play Louisville. Wide open man and caught. 35-yard line. Inside the 20.
Yeah, to Bell. Got to head on I-10 east over to Lake City, where Bell comes from, Lake City, Florida. And man, with some fight, these tight ends, some good. One timeout still remaining for Rodemaker and the Noles.
35th catch of the season for Bell. Back to the ground game, to the 10, down toward the goal line and in. Lawrance Toafili, and the rushing touchdown for Florida State. 17 yards.
Electric run right here. Great job up front. Hat on a hat, making a couple guys miss in the speed to the corner of the end zone where, look at this, the 2013 national champs await him. You want to bring some...
Alabama, which took a 13-0 lead, and then Florida State scored 24 points in the final 12 minutes of that first half. Toafili was part of it. He had a touchdown run. Second and 9 for Rodemaker. Got away from the first man, not the second, and dragged down in sacks.
Philip Osai is going to come off the edge and just miss, but there to clean it up.
8 different receivers for the Lions. Flips it out. Florida State was ready. Patrick Payton on the tackle of Moody.
He can put on so much more muscle, and he's just so smooth, such a good athlete. Sophomore, only 239 pounds, but he's so good in space.
And hand it off in conservative fashion. Moody.
So first down, Florida State.
Hand off. Inside the 40 for Hill, who broke a couple of tackles.
Right now.
Rodemaker looking left all the way. It pops up in the air. It's the 6th time they will be in that ACC championship game. They've won it 4 times. Course correction there from Lacey. Didn't get a whole lot.
Too many gold hats right there in his face. 3rd down and 15 now. And here they come.
Walters gets away from the pressure. Tries to make a move at the 35. That is well short of a first down at the 45-yard line.
Sideline is. So no call in a 3rd down and long, trying to get their first 3rd down conversion, the Noles now.
Rodemaker 0 for 4 so far. This second half. But that's a connection near the 35-yard line to Bell.
They go right back to him. They tried Bell last time out, and he bobbled it. Could have been called a couple more times, being too early across the line.
Rodemaker dumps it off. Hill spins up near the 50. Coming up next Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hope you'll join us. Campbell, second effort, couldn't bring him down.
Needed for a first down.
Rodemaker wants to get it through the air. Long pass, caught. Flag is out. Reception at the 42.
There's a good look at it from high above. Nice protection, plenty of time in that clean pocket. And look at him, decent coverage, but
Florida State on the move. So Holmes on that one. Beat Georgia Tech in that title game, 37-35 inside the 30 and complete. First down yardage to the 29-yard line. 12th play of this drive. Rodemaker just dumps it off. Room to operate. 5 and into the end zone. Holmes has the touchdown for Florida State.
there you go. Watch the big man there. The guard, look at him, 71, looking for somebody to light up. Just runs him out of the picture. And an easy stroll in for Holmes. Dimitri Emanuel, 6'2", 309, the senior from Charlotte, and a transfer from Charlotte, former 49er.
J.J. Evans, who worked on the fake punt, also had the touchdown reception. Second one from Walters. Here's third and long. Florida State, and Jones has picked it off.
He had the interception, the game winner last week to seal the deal against the Canes. Almost lost this one, but able to focus on the football and tuck it in. Another big play by the senior from McGee, Mississippi.
Has the time to the end zone and a wide open receiver. It's Keon Coleman for the Seminoles touchdown.
For Rodemaker to Coleman, plenty of time, and nobody home there in the corner. A little bit of miscommunication on the Lions defense, and that's one guy you got to know where number 4 is at all times.
24-yard pass play for the touchdown.
Yeah, Dearman told us that when he was at KU, they were looking at him because Bill Self wanted him to play basketball as well.
Cash money trillionaires. He took it all the way to the end zone. Going up the middle. First down or more. Across midfield for Campbell. Trying to outrun the Lions to the end zone. Touchdown Campbell. Touchdown Florida State.
Catch. 70 yards. Longest play of the game. And look at the sophomore go. He's even got more in that. Play clock and the game clock as well ticked down before snapping that football. Nowhere to go for Cummings.
And so Rodemaker has come out of the game. It's another play into Lion territory. Brock Glenn is in there at quarterback.
They do for Florida State here.
I'd like to think we had a stable, James. I do. I don't know if it's quite to this level.
Glenn on the run. 40-yard line. Certainly hope for the best for Jordan Travis.
The best player on defense will always wear 44 under him, and that was awarded to Osai by McKinnon before the season.
Flags are out as Glenn gets pulled down at the 40. Brock Glenn, the walk-on freshman quarterback, has come into the game. Did not have any stats compiled prior to tonight. He's in big trouble. Throws it up for grabs on the sideline. That's out of bounds.
You know, Moody has had a few flashes in this game. Good looking back.
Harris on the run. Tracked down. Ball came out. Bouncing around inside the 30. like the Noles had a chance at it. Hickman might have pried this one loose in pursuit.
Well coached. You know, how many times tonight we saw earlier the sack, forced fumble recovery by Jones. They just don't go for that tackle, don't just go for that sack, but they go.
Freshman quarterback. Singleton carries it.
Did in the swamp against the Gator team, just hungry, trying to turn things around themselves.
Following week, they'll be in Charlotte to take on Louisville. Glenn with a wide toss, and the ball's on the turf.
Caziah Douglas. Douglas had a nice catch and run early in the second half in that Miami game. Lucky to get this one back.
That is. The 10-0 start was the 8th in school history, and the first since 2014. Confrontation.
Clemson, South Carolina.
Open man and caught. Leaping grab near the 20. How about that throw from Glenn?
There you go, Tennessee boy. Look at it. Nice throw right there in the window.
It's 33 yards.
Have Dolly there and Neyland. They have their hands full with the Georgia Bulldogs, though, on the football field after a big song.
That's close to first down yardage.
Experience that they're trying to get to any and everybody that may be in that quarterback position.
He's still got it to the end zone. Brock Glenn, touchdown run, Florida State.
Oh, here you go. Ref cam action. Good job up front. On a beautiful Saturday night here in the Sunshine State's capital.
That's out past the 30. Caden Cooper got the call.
Dearman and company out there recruiting. They've got 13 commits, 11 of them from the state of Alabama. Born and raised in Alabama, Dearman. And
it's the kind of view that Bates had back in the mid-90s winning the national championship in Florida.
Look at Cummings. They said he couldn't cut laterally because of that.
First all-time meeting between the programs is going to go to FSU in convincing fashion, at least for the last 3 quarters, in all aspects, both sides of the football, and credit to North Alabama. Going to tussle tonight all the way with Florida State. Unfortunately, maybe it would have worked out better for them next year when the playoff expands. Torno for the field goal, 34 yards away. It was low. It's bouncing around on the turf. Florida State trying to pick it up and go down the sidelines. Into the end zone on the blocked field goal attempt to put the final punctuation on this one. When Darius Jones scores on the final play of the game.
Well, a snap that was off. Tough to get that hold down. The kick has no chance at all. And how about the job of Jones to keep his feet and take it to the house? And then it's a big garnet and gold mosh pit just celebrating.